Okay. Oh. All right, ready to go. Just going. Here we go.
Can you hear me, Don?
I can hear you.
All right, now let me see what I can do about the C part. That might be, I'm not really sure. You know how to turn that on easy?
Let's see. You're on a phone, so that makes it a little more interesting. There should be like a little video camera
Oh, there we go.
thing. Yeah.
Found it. Here I am.
And there you are.
All right. Okay, I'll quit touching it so I don't mess it up. How are you?
Oh, it's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of the railroad they're trying to call me. Okay, I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, good to see you too. I'm glad you had an opening so quickly. I just kind of got a wild hair last week and it's like, bam.
There you go. Yeah, it's been, summer is kind of like a slower time, so the wait times are a lot less.
Shorter.
And then when the winter comes in, you know, people get snowed in, and so then it's like, okay, we got really busy. So
yeah, yep. So good.
Yeah.
Well,
so how can I help you?
Well, just thought I'd check in. I think my questions now a lot of times just, what can we do to help our kids? What's going on there? We just became grandparents last month, and it's a bit of a tenuous relationship with our daughter-in-law because she's a bit of an individual. So trying to look for good ways to improve that relationship. And hey, how's dad doing? I'm sure he's fine, but those kind of things. And then the other thing too is, Larry's in my job. Do we look at like relocating anytime in the near future? We're kind of not really, one kid lives 776 miles away and the other one lives 775 miles away. So there's nothing keeping us in Minnesota. So, I'm trying to get an idea of what our future holds.
Okay. Yeah. Gosh, where do we start? Just a few things. Exactly. And you have 27 minutes. Go.
Tell me my life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as far as the grandparent, that's all the beginning. So all right, back up. In general, how things feel right now, it does feel, and of course your questions really kind of show that there's a lot of pieces. There's a lot of irons in the fire right now that are really unanswerable. And a lot of, it's so many changes in such a short amount of time, and it's creating this kind of shifting sand feeling, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to find the stability in the middle of everything, and I feel like the way through is making some very conscious decisions about how you're spending your time and how you're spending your energy, because you can't, I know this is going to sound really, really negative, but you're not as young as you used to be. I just turned 50, so I'm getting used to it.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's just really lovely. Great to be here. But yeah, it's about managing your energy a little bit more and recognizing your limits as well. Because you can't, as much as I feel like the feeling is you really want to do everything. It's like being in Atlantic City. You just want to go everywhere and do everything. And the fact is that it's gonna take uh, some decisions there, and I feel like you're making the right decisions because you're making them from the heart. Okay, so
Hmm.
I feel like that's okay. That's not a horrible thing that's going on at all. I don't feel like there's anything horrible actually that's happening,
Okay.
which is good. As far as grandparenting, and this is the daughter and okay, so the grandchild's mother is the daughter-in-law that's the prickly pear in all
Yeah.
of this. How is she being so prickly?
I think she kind of had a bum rap growing up. Her dad had 6 kids with 5 other women while he was married to her mom, and there's just maybe a lot of history that she's a little worried about getting hurt, would be my guess.
Mhm.
So she
I
doesn't
feel
want
like
me to be getting close. I don't know.
yeah, I feel like there's some of that. I feel like there's also just really in general, there's just a feeling of trust issues. Like
Uh-huh.
it's almost like she's expecting to be manipulated. Like she's
Yeah.
expecting, and it's not because of something that you are putting out there. I don't feel like you're putting out any sort of energy of manipulation. Um, I feel like what's really important is understanding where she's coming from,
Mm-hmm.
so that when you and this is it's kind of a tightrope walk. I fully acknowledge this, that it really is very much a tightrope walk. So it's more of being being genuinely interested in her, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you are, but again, just kind of really voicing that of genuine interest and realizing that it's going to take some time for her to really trust you. Because
Okay.
I don't feel like you're trying to be controlling. I don't feel like some parents slash grandparents can be very generous with advice. I don't feel like that's where you're at. I really don't
No.
sense that at all. I feel like you're like, you know what, you're adults, go on your own. Just give us the kid. We want to play with the kid.
I
you
want to
know,
come see them.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so just really understand that she is very raw and wounded,
Mm-hmm.
and learning to trust being a part of this family system is different for
Listen.
her. It's a really different experience. She really is a good person. I
Okay.
don't feel like she's got anger or anything. There is a certain amount, and I want to acknowledge this. I feel like there is a certain amount of standoffishness that's there, and be okay with that.
Okay.
She may not want to be in the same room. She may not want to be at certain things, and that's okay. You don't have to make it, and I don't think you would make her feel guilty about it. Uh, but
Just
I
send
feel
the
like
kid.
it's important. Exactly, just like, okay, that's fine.
Hmm.
We'll miss you, and that's okay.
Yeah.
There's just really to allow that openness there of non-judgment. I
Okay.
feel like that's really important. Um, yeah. So yeah, it's you guys are going to be good grandparents. Nothing to worry about there. That's easy. I feel like it's really good for you in that sense. I feel like things are going to be moving forward really well for that. So I don't get a
Okay.
sense there. The moving thing. Um, I feel very much pulled toward the east. I feel like you're between east and west. That's the
I
feeling.
got
It's like,
one in Tennessee and one in Colorado. So yeah,
okay,
I'm not
okay.
going to Colorado.
Yeah, I feel the eastern way. I feel Tennessee is comfortable. I feel
Hmm.
like there's a more comfortable for you. Like there's just a definite more comfortable thing. Um,
But they may be moving back. She's getting her PhD, so it's not really a settled time yet.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, you may want to wait a little bit, see where she's at with that, because I feel like her plans are going to be changing. I
Okay.
don't. I, I feel like she's got some really good plans, um, and I my guides are telling me if you want to tell God a good joke, tell him your plans.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like those plans are going to be changing a bit.
Okay.
So
Hang tight a bit.
yeah, I would sit tight with that a bit and see where things are going. But I feel like towards that, I feel much better towards east than west. I feel like
Okay.
going towards the Colorado direction. Uh, I feel like I feel a lot of expense, like financial expense that goes in there that is not really comfortable.
To Colorado.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. Well, did you
yeah.
see the snow
It's,
they get out there? Hell no.
no, I haven't, but
What happens to the snow last winter? No.
oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Minnesota's
exactly.
bad enough. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Move to Hawaii. Move to Hawaii. Uh, but yeah, so um, seeing what other pieces are in. Um, doctors. Oh, bless you. Doctors. Um, I feel I could be all in on this. But I'm feeling like I keep seeing images of doctors, operating rooms, um, things that happened. Who was the
Past
one
tense
that
or
past
future.
tense? It feels
Okay.
past. Did somebody have surgery?
I did in December. I had gastric sleeve.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
How's that been going for you since then?
Fabulous. I've lost 70 pounds and life is good.
Super, super excellent. I don't
Yeah.
feel any negative things going on there, by the way. I just like
Okay.
these are the pictures they're showing as
Yeah.
far as like
That's something you want to get out there. So, yeah.
yeah, yeah, because I feel like things have been going well there. Um, massive turnaround for you. I feel like, that even in terms of just the way you live your life has been a lot freer,
Hmm.
um,
Happier.
happier, higher energy, air. Like
Yeah,
there's actual,
definitely.
I feel breath and air, like I can breathe again. It doesn't feel,
Literally. Literally.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the really positive things and some really good things that are happening there. Um, so I feel like that's going well. Um,
Anything I should be doing to help my mom or my husband with his
hmm.
job and ideas?
Your husband is so highly motivated. Um, I feel this energy of charging forward and being the best uh, that's going on there. Um, yeah, I feel like that's really moving. Um, as far as how to help him,
Don't be so pushy.
you not being pushy or me?
Me not being so
Oh,
pushy.
okay, okay. Well, the feeling I get is that one of his weak spots is people pleasing. Like that
Oh,
is a
very much.
serious weak spot for him. And so to really, if anything, instead of, I don't feel like it's pushy. I feel like you're just trying to support him, to be
Yeah.
honest. I feel like that's really, you want what he wants for himself and you're just trying to encourage that. I feel like with the best move forward is to be much more of affirming and like every time he does, I feel like you do this already a bit, but just to kind of turn up the volume on that a bit, like every time he's doing something or makes a change or has just a really good day or whatever, just to
Yeah.
really celebrate that
Okay.
and really let that's going to mean a lot to him.
Okay.
That's going to inflate the confidence. I feel like he always has had a confidence thing. He's
Yeah.
got good ideas. He's got very good ideas, very good ideals for himself of where he wants to go. But the confidence to carry that out is always, it starts out on the right foot, but then self-doubt starts to kick in really fast.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, you got his mail. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, because when that self-doubt comes in, it just pops the balloons and makes things so difficult for him.
Very
Um,
much. Yeah.
yeah, and the thing is that what he doesn't realize is that when that happens, it starts to create a desert around him where there's just not as much feeling of support, and I feel like he even says this, like he feels like he's doing it all by himself, even though he's not. There's still
Mhm.
kind of that Lone Ranger feeling to this.
Yeah.
So again, just realizing and supporting him and then celebrating the wins. Always,
Okay.
like, it would be a really good thing for him to do, like, on a weekly basis to look back over the week, especially with regards to business. He identifies himself so much with business that it's really
Mhm.
a thing. But to look over the week and really write down all the wins he had that week, all the good things that happened, all the little steps forward, to, like, keep a running log of that so that he can look back and realize, oh yeah, I am making good progress here. I am going forward. Things are happening. Because
That's a good idea.
that's just going to make him, first of all, it will help his confidence, yes. But at the same time, there is a mystery that happens in the middle of it that starts to manifest a lot more stuff. Like things, it's the best way I can describe it is like creating your own luck.
Mhm.
Starts to open doors that you would never have seen before. And it will as he does that. So just really, really working on that.
That's a good
And
idea.
yeah, and that will nurture it and that will make things grow.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that'll make his money tree get bigger. I feel
Good. Then I could rip mine out and be done with it.
like well, yours is more of like a nice bush.
It is very shady.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice
Comfortable.
juniper, nice juniper bark. I was just kind of making that. Um, yeah, for your work, yeah, the goal there with your work is certainly to eventually just relax. I mean, that's the goal here. That's
Mhm.
right now you're very much in charge. That's the feeling I get, and that's okay.
Until
Um,
the railroad gets involved, then I'm not. But
yeah.
the railroad.
Yes. Absolutely. So, it's really important there to just, yes, you're certainly in charge right now, and the time is coming when you can let that go and you don't have to be.
Okay.
That all being said, I don't know if I've asked this before or not because I can't remember, but how's
Uh-huh.
your husband's heart doing?
Good as far as I know.
Okay. When was the last time he had a checkup?
On his heart, probably last January.
Okay, so it's been a year. Okay.
Yeah, he usually goes in for his physical like in January.
Good. Good, good, good. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to the thing that I keep feeling is health-wise, I don't feel like he's in any danger. I wanna make that clear. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I keep getting this feeling of keeping a watch on his heart, keeping a watch on that whole area of health there. I feel like there's a risk. I don't know if he inherited this. Um,
State cancer, his father, grandfather, and back.
okay.
Not really any history of heart. He's got a lot of back issues.
Okay. Yeah, the back pieces, I mean, yeah, the back issues are there, but I feel like he's just kind of working with that.
Yeah.
negotiable
Mhm.
kinds of things with him. Um, so I feel like that's, like I say, it's just really just keeping watch on that. That's the only thing that I keep sensing there. I feel like your health is doing fine. I, I
Mhm.
don't I don't get any
Good.
sense. If anything, things are getting better, uh,
Yeah.
which has been really positive. Um, certainly in there. Um, what else is going on here? I'll ask it this way. Who This is gonna sound really funny, but whatever. I keep feeling like someone's playing tricks on you. Like
Hmm.
I feel jokiness, I feel kind of a trickster sort of thing. This is somebody who's passed.
Oh, really? Would it be my dad?
He's sneaking in. Why the heck is he sneaking in?
Other than my grandparents, I'm not sure who else.
No, I feel like this is your dad. It's like he seems to have acquired a little bit more of a boyish sense of humor. He has started hiding things around the house.
We're
Like
gonna have
things
to
are
have a chat.
coming. Yeah, because there's things that have been coming up missing, like little things, and then they're found
Mm-hmm.
elsewhere. And he's
Uh-huh.
the one that's been doing this. He's playing games. He's acting like a kid. He's
He's
trying
earned it.
to have, huh? He's earned
He's
it.
earned it.
Yeah, he's trying to have fun. And what's the pear reference? It's like he's showing me the fruit,
Huh.
a
I have
pear.
no idea,
Okay.
but I
There,
will keep my eyes open because I hate pears, so I don't have any around.
okay, okay.
So
Yeah, because he's showing me a pear. I'm not sure quite what that's about, but it's connected with him.
well, I'll go home and look for one.
Okay. Oh gosh, that would be the worst, wouldn't it? You find it in your fruit bowl or something. It's like, who put that there? There's only one person who could have done it.
So I have this Echo View that I have pictures scrolling in through them. And a lot of times in the morning, there's a picture of dad doing this. You think he's got any control over that? Like kind of a good morning?
He does. He's got a lot of, oh gosh, that's part of the games he's playing. Yes, he does have
Yeah,
control
that's
over
all.
that. Yeah, there's really it's kind of an interesting thing. I have a good friend who is a parapsychologist, and we were talking about lights. That was
Uh-huh.
it started out with a conversation about flickering lights. And she said, they just finished a study a couple years ago on supernatural phenomena of spirits in particular areas where there's a lot of activity. And they said the one thing that they discovered was that anything electronic, they're much more able to manipulate than
I
anything
was
else.
wondering.
Yeah, so like knocking things off of a bookshelf is fine, but playing with cell phones and lights and computers, they absolutely love because
And
there's something electronic that connects with
that
them.
probably easier for him too. I
Mm.
think somebody's messing with my car autoplay too. Because, well, like for example, Saturday I had to come in and move some rail cars, got in the car, and the song playing was Morning Train. I get
That
a ton of that
so
kind of stuff.
sounds like your dad.
And
Like
I got
that
in the other
really
morning
does.
and the Muppet Show theme started playing. It's like,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
totally, we're saying the car is sentient, but I'm blaming it on dad.
Yeah, he's showing me a very embarrassed smile, so I'm gonna go with that. Oh
Oh,
my
that's
gosh, that's
awesome.
funny. That is so
So,
funny.
any other overall, anybody else or anything else that I should be aware of?
Mm. Um, the kidding aside, your dad is really keeping strong track of you. Like he really is keeping good watch over you and wanting to make sure everything is okay. Um, and he shows everything is okay. Um, there's some kind of conflict coming up that you're going to have to deal with. Um, and he's helping you kind of deal with that in a better way. But it's nothing that you've created.
Uh-huh.
That's what he's
Any
showing.
idea what it entails?
It's not work related. This feels like almost
Okay.
family related.
Maybe with the daughter-in-law?
Could be.
Well, just stay tuned. No sense in borrowing trouble.
Exactly. Exactly. He's making me feel like it's connected about your mom, though. Like
Oh, okay.
there's concerns about. Oh, that's coming up. Okay. It feels like there's some concerns. Somebody's got concerns about whether she's able to take care of herself all the time.
Well, she's getting an
The way
exchange
she-
student, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
somebody's,
think I don't have any concerns, but something
no,
to be aware
I
of.
don't either, and neither does he. He doesn't either. He's like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
she can take care of herself. He's just fine.
He knows better than to
So
question.
yeah, so it's just kind of like interesting where that's coming from.
Well, maybe
So
somebody has
hopefully
a
it
concern.
doesn't. Yeah, and it's one of those things too that, especially when it's something in the future, it may or may not manifest. It may be one of those things. It's like they decide not to say anything, or it's not even an issue anymore, and they drop it.
Okay, good.
So, I'm not worried about that. And he's not worried about that at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Other things. Anything else coming up health wise? Oh yeah, health wise, things are looking really good. And
what about my other son? And go ahead, go with yours.
Well, one thing he wants to acknowledge too is, I'm just going to give it to you exactly as he shows it to me, and then when it happens, you'll know. The star is for you. It's like he's giving you a star. Like the star is for you. He's just showing this really bright star. It's like that is for you. Don't know what that means, and he won't let me know. It's like, tell her this. Like, okay, fine. So you'll get the validation when it happens.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And so about your son. So you were going to say something about your son.
Oh, I didn't know if you had anything else. I was just going to say everything okay with Trevor, anything else I can do for him.
Support is helpful the best you can. It's like he's going through a bad time right now.
Well, they're downsizing and he has to walk a lot of people out and take their computers. He does the IT, so.
Got it. Okay. Because the image that I'm getting here is of an umbrella with rain on it. That it's a rainy day. This is just like, it's a passing time, which is good. It's not like a permanent negativity time, but support and just some positive, something like, essentially like positive energy, or help bring some sunshine into his life in the middle of that is really important. And plus, given the context you were saying, that can be a really tough time, because he really cares for people. I mean, he's not a business only kind of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much, Don. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It was great talking with you.
Yeah, you too. You'll send me a link?
Yes, I will send you the link to the recording and all that, as always.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Don. You have a great evening.
You too. Okay.
All right. Bye.